This is Chris DK from He Was a God and Genital Torturers, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
So let's talk about He Was a God. Debut album, Smile in the Sky, is out now. How do you feel about it, and are you satisfied with the outcome?
Yeah, it's so we just released the first EP, Smile in the Scar, in December. We're very happy with the outcome, and we feel that the production really captured what we're going for and portrays what we are as a band. So yeah, we've been playing live a lot on that, and looking to get back into the studio later this year to record another EP.
Are you already? Do you have stuff written already?
Yeah. We had enough for a full length, but we decided, the way that we're going about it, we're going to break it up into a couple EPs first, and then maybe next year do a full length.
So the music business, and I'm sure you're well aware of it as well, has kind of had to reinvent itself, and a lot of people are doing the singles or the EP versions. But you guys are like an amalgamation of some really much bigger bands. How did that sit with you? Because it's a different process now, right?
Oh yeah, very much so. So I play in a couple other bigger bands, touring bands, Genital Torturers and Dead Star Assembly. Even from releasing full albums a few years ago, it's just a different world right now, and everyone's still kind of navigating it and figuring out what the best way to go about things is. With He Was a God, being a band that's still kind of in our infancy, we thought that it would be best to go this route and kind of break it up, what we have is for music, into smaller chunks and release it as EPs rather than a full length right off the bat.
I think kids, and I have kids that are in their teens or late teens, and that's how they're consuming everything, right? Everything is just small little chunks. And I know old school me, I wanted the whole record, and I want to sit down and read it and look at the art. That's all gone.
I'm right there with you. Uh-huh. Yeah, it feels great to have like a tangible piece of music with a whole booklet or sleeve that you can read through. And
right.
That's how it was for me growing up. And I love that. And I definitely miss that's being kind of phased out.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, everything becomes retro again, or everything becomes new again. So hopefully it all comes back, because I think everyone's missing that whole. It was a whole process, right? And a camaraderie. You go to the record store on a Tuesday and you chat with all the buddies that are there to buy the same record that you've waited and saved your paper route money for to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely miss that.
Yeah. Hey, so the record, the first thing you notice when you listen to it, songs, whatever, it's super, super emotional and deep. Is there a message or something you want your fans to take away from after listening to Smile in the Scar?
I wouldn't say that there's a single message that really encompasses the EP as a whole. But the way that our vocalist Ben writes, it comes from a very personal place, and the songs are based off of kind of personal tragedy. But if you really get into the lyrics, there's kind of a hopeful message and a positive spin that's put on it. Especially the third song on the EP, Two New Stars, that's based off of an event that happened when Ben was back in college. He had a friend that had a sister that was abducted and murdered.
Shit.
And yeah, it really was a shock and took a toll on his friend and their whole group of friends. But throughout the years, he kind of, did the best he could to put a positive spin on it, and always felt like he had his sister up there watching out for him, and kind of make the best of a tragedy like that.
When you guys are putting out music like that, that deep and that emotional and powerful, do you find that, obviously it connects with people, but do you have stories or good stories of people that have said, hey, this, I don't know, saved my life, or this, I was in a bad place and I listened to this song and it changed me?
Can't honestly say that we've heard much of that so far. We've definitely gotten a good response to the music, and I think as some people sit with it more, that message will sink in. So I'd like to think that it will or has affected people, and we're hoping that more people will start to listen and really see that in the music as well.
When you guys are writing, you come from very theatrical bands. Are you guys writing with the stage setting in mind, or are you writing like a song for the song's sake and then worrying about what happens?
With this band, for me especially, it's coming more from a musical place rather than thinking about the stage show first and foremost. When I play with Genitortures, the music, I love playing the music, and it's a band that's been around for so long. But I think
it's a whole package, theater and all.
Yeah, the stage show kind of overshadows what we do musically. With He Was a God, I would say the music is definitely in the forefront. That's what we're thinking of when we're writing. But the shows have been very theatrical and very intense, and I don't think people are going to be disappointed live at all.
Awesome. I know you said you've been playing live shows, so you've been able to play through a lot of this nonsense.
Yeah, we did have to take a big chunk of time off, but I would say we started playing again 2 or 3 months ago and had a handful of some great shows, and we have more lined up throughout the year.
What's it like being back on the road after that long ass break? Was it difficult to get your road legs again or your sea legs again, or you just jumped right in?
Not really. I kind of jumped right back in. It's something that just comes second nature to me at this point. But it feels damn good to be playing.
Yeah, I imagine. And I've only been to 1 or 2 shows since this whole thing, but I know the energy, even from the audience side, is amazing. I mean, it's got to be great for you because the exchange has got to be so much more amped up.
Yeah. People were really eager to get back out there and see music again. And there was such a long pause on all that people really are hungry to get out and see shows. So that's been great.
And I think in this community, the metal community, it's unlike anywhere else. The shows are like where you meet your best friends, and it's a family, really, no matter where you are. So you took that away for a year and a half, and we're all struggling.
Yeah, it's really been tough, especially with all like the political upheaval and something. Music should be something that you can put all that other bullshit in life aside, and it just brings everyone together. And doesn't matter what your views are on this or that. You can go see a show and share that energy with someone else, and nothing else really matters in that moment.
Right, you could be in the pit together, knocking each other over, and then go vote for whoever the hell you want to vote with. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. What do you guys have? So you said you got shows coming up. Are you doing the next EP? Or are you releasing another single shortly, or how's that working out?
So right now, nothing's set in stone right now, but we do have shows booked up through June, and then we're going to start thinking about recording the next EP, probably another 3 or 4 songs in like June, July. So that's the plan right now.
Sweet. So you're able to probably write on the road as well, right?
Yeah. With this chunk of music, we had it written before we had a vocalist. Ben joined us only about less than a year ago now, but we had all this music written, and the chemistry with him was great. And he took what we had written and put lyrics to it, and it definitely needed some restructuring in the songs, so it was good to have that time away, and then come back to it with another vocal, or with a vocalist and someone that could put in some different input.
Right. So like a different perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. And then so the last one I had, and we'll go back to touring for a second, and I'm just curious, are you doing anything different or out of the ordinary to adapt to the climate we're in, or you just kind of back out there like you were pre-nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, trying our best to be out there as regularly as we can. It's been pretty normal for me.
Oh, that's good.
It was unfortunate to take all that time off and not play, but now that things are starting to come back, it feels good and starting to feel normal. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah. So sweet. I've come to the end of my questions. Did I miss anything you want to cover?
I don't think so. I would love for people to check out Smile on the Scar. He Was a God. It's all over social media, and the record is available through all digital and streaming services. So we really want people to check it out and
come see a show.
Yeah, for sure.
Buy a shirt.
Yeah. Anything helps.
Anything helps. Thank you, my friend. I hope that wasn't too bad.
No, perfect.
Hey, be well, stay safe, and I'm hoping I haven't looked at the routing yet. Are you guys coming anywhere near Virginia?
Not yet. Mostly have regional dates throughout the Northeast for over the next few months, but hopefully sometime this year we'll start making our way south again.
Cool. Hopefully see you down here somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Be well, be safe, and thanks again, man.
All right, man.
All right, cheers.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Take care.